the last two songs are among the strongest songs on the album myself. So, and especially the last one, but this one too is, yeah. I find myself singing these too. So.
Another rocker. This one has a story to it.
I don't know the lyrics at all. It's just a cool jammer, man.
Still, as he sits and he watches the sands
Get the romantic again.
He demands something more, something strong, something savage and pure. One more twist of the knife, and it's time to cut and
I don't know what the words are, but I sing the guitar part.
He smiles as he draws on his last
Maybe it's that imagery type of thing.
and he tries to forget all that
It is.
forces
I get a romantic feeling, you know, kind of a
He commands something new,
Yeah, I get like
something
Art Deco.
strong,
I get a movie scene.
something
yeah, like a old detective Art Deco kind of thing.
One more twist of the knife, and it's time to cut and burn.
That's what I got right there.
Actual guitar lead.
Wow, yeah, that's right. The only guitar lead on the album. Is it the only guitar lead?
I think so.
And it was like what, two measures.
So they might understand.
They totally change direction. That's what makes it not like a prog band.
With the squeeze of
Yeah.
his hand.
I don't have these lyrics at all. I don't have those lyrics.
Here we go.
Key change. Yeah, this is a cool little breakdown right here. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and Premier Dead is just a jam. That might be Warren singing there. That is kind of a take back to Maltese Falcon.
Yeah.
The detective kind of, what are they called? Nouveau. No, not Nouveau. That don't go right. Nouveau? I don't know.
No, exactly. But
And then this
I
one.
love
This
it.
one is cool.
Indie.
This is one of my favorite songs on the album. Maybe.
and it's not about nothing at all, but welcome to our song. We go.
So he was humming that melody. Now they're playing it.
Sometimes that's where the writing of the melody came from.
Yeah, I know, right? And that throbbing bass, that synth bass.
Another huge bass scene.
Yep. And that fat. So apparently Warren's playing a Simmons drum set on this one. Yeah, the octagonal pads.
I
love that.
Feel the strength of 100,000 heartbeats. Cry welcome to the song.
Welcome to the song.
And as it lifts you, time to
Basic.
And the drums just throbbing, man. We go. Oh, not yet. Here we go. This is the drum solo. This is when during the live show they all started playing the drum pads. Live, man, this would be so cool.
And this is my saddest part of this album. Like, it's over?
Already?
Okay. Have you ever seen, and I put it on our playlist, have you seen Return to Eden? They're live when
No.
they reunited. It is bad. It is
In like 2008,
2000, 2010, 2008, 2000. Anyway,
something
I
like
put
that.
it on
Okay.
our playlist.
Yeah.
Watch that, Keith.
Okay.
It will bring you to
Okay.
tears because you're going, because we didn't see this band. This is one of the
No,
bands that I
no.
regret pretty highly that we didn't see.
Yeah.
And watching that Return
totally.
to Eden, they're older, but they don't miss a beat, man. Literally.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Oh man, watch it because you get to watch Warren do his thing. You get to watch, it's just badass. It really is.
Do they do this? Do they do this drum solo? Do they do this
so
song?
This is
Or?
where I'm confused, and I got to go back. So they do the voice off of Vienna, or off of Rage in Eden.
Right, the first song,
Yeah.
Rage in Eden, I think. Yeah.
So they do the voice, and that also goes into a pretty drum section too.
Okay.
And I think they take what you just heard and apply that
And drop
to
it in the middle of the voice.
Put it on the end of the voice.
Okay.
And that's
Well, that's
and that's
cool.
the way they go out.
Whatever. This is
But I'm not
I remember
100%
seeing,
sure. So watch that and tell me what.
Well, I remember seeing Monument,
Yeah.
which was this tour But then right after that, they released a live album, right? And it had a video as well. And they played, I think it was this song.
Well, see, that's
where where they did the big.
I thought so too. Go back and watch that as well, and I think they do the same thing.
Okay.
I think they apply this
to
the end of the voice.
Sure.
But it's the same effect.
Well, that would work too.
Yeah,
that would work too.
Because Chris and Midge and Billy are out there playing the pads. While Warren's still going off on it in the back. So
right. Yeah.
It's still real powerful.
Yeah,
that Return to Eden concert, man, it sounds great.
Okay.
It sounds great. I mean, it just sounds great. And it's a smaller venue, and they are on it. I mean, it's just like
right on.
And then there's also a video of them reconnecting too before they did that.
Just like talking about it, or whatever,
rehearsing, getting everything together.
Getting
their gear back together, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and everything. But it's really a badass to watch kind of how they go back.
Well, then it was like 20. It was probably 20 years or more. Yeah. They broke up, I guess, in '86, and then 2008, 2010, or whatever. 22, 24 years.
And that's why the other day when we had a confusion of who lived in L.A., that's why I remembered that, because they were waiting on Warren to show up back from L.A., because Warren had moved to L.A. to get into acting and doing. See, Warren's the one that kind of just went and did just a bunch of different things.
He seems like a Renaissance man.
I totally lost. I feel bad because he was the one that had probably the least amount of okay, and then there's the drummer.
Kind of musical respect for or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I always remembered that he was the backup singer.
Yeah.
And that alone, to me, when a drummer is kind of the backup singer, like Phil Collins, that always, like, drummer just, reputation, no matter what they drum like, it's like, oh, okay, well,
it's kind of like
just the fact that you can drum and sing at the same time.
Yeah, it's like watching Bohemian Rhapsody and realizing the drummer was doing all the high parts.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, Roger Taylor is another example of one of those drummers that's just great singer too. Yeah.
Anyway, that's a badass. This is a badass band. I'm sorry.
Great collection of songs. Yeah, this is a great collection of songs. Great album. I think it was better than I remember.
This band right here is one of the main reasons I wanted to start doing this, because no one really listens to Ultravox. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, because to me Ultravox is just a powerful.
Well, I think a lot of people. I think people in England listen to them.
Yeah.
But not in United States, I think you're totally right that they are underappreciated, underrecognized, undervalued.
And this is right in not only in our wheelhouse, but it's right in that area going from, the old 70s rock and punk was big.
Yep.
And then moving into this, using your technology to push yourself forward and produce totally new things. Man, and they were just
in 1983.
Right in the middle of it too.
This was the same year as 90125, right?
Yeah.
This is another band that made that transition from the analog world of rock and roll, guitars, drums. They had a synthesizer, I guess, on their third album or something. Right when John Fox left.
Well, Systems Over Mats is.
It had some.
No, it had a lot of synthesizers. In fact, that's where Gary Newman heard that and went, "Oh, I really like this."
Oh, right.
And he was inspired by Systems Over Mats to do what he does.
And he hooked up with Billy Currie
exactly.
on his first album. So Billy Currie played on Gary Newman's first album.
Right, because right then John Fox went and did his thing, and the guitars went and did his thing, and Billy was like, he didn't know what Ultravox was doing, so he toured and all this stuff with Gary Newman, right?
And then they got the Visage going.
Oh yeah.
So
speaking of Visage,
and then they reinvented themselves, right? They totally came back. Midge came in, and then they became. I think Warren really helped push the synthesizer, the electronics when Midge came in. So they made that transition from the kind of analog world into they just started using sampler on this album, right? There's definitely some sampled bass. But then, of course, in Lament, the next album, I think they went too far, into the sampling and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they produced that one themselves too. Not that.
Yeah. So, I mean, which is a beautiful album, which we listened to a few weeks back. But
speaking of,
this one is a little stronger.
Speaking of a few weeks back, we're going to go back in time in a way. And
in a way,
we did Peter Gabriel, Us, and it was blocked. And that's when we were doing full albums in one big show and things like that. So we're putting it out now in the current form and format we're doing, and
chopping it up into songs.
If you see it, that means it worked.
I guess we'll find out. We're putting those videos together right now, so we'll have them coming out in the next couple of weeks or whatever, and so yeah, join us for that, and
thank you to all our people who subscribe. We appreciate it.
Like us and subscribe and hit that bell.
Hit that bell, that tubular bell, if you want to know when we're putting out new things.
And anyway, he is Del.
And he's Keith.
And we're Renjeaux, and we listened to Cool Album.
And that was a cool album.
See you guys next time. We will listen to more cool albums.